As a reflector, I am genuinely curious how many people feel like they're getting permission slips from me. Like, example, today the transit changed. We went from very heavy solar plexus emotional energy into very heavy G center love and identity and direction. Today, I did a little bit of work, but mostly I just spent time with my family. Now, that wasn't like a conscious, I'm doing this because innocence is in the sun, determination of the self is in the earth. It was just literally like I didn't have a lot of energy to work today. So instead of like manipulating myself and forcing myself to work, thank you, Blitzit, I just gave myself permission to like spend the day with my family. And I had an amazing day. So the permission slip thing, I'm curious because I'm a reflector. Maybe are you going to give yourself a day like that? A lot of people see the G center as career, but it's love, identity, and direction. Now, I see how career could kind of fit into there, but at the end of the day, career is something we kind of like made up. It's not necessarily a natural function. Like human beings having career, like the career of a leopard, for instance, is to be a leopard. The career of a human being is to be a human being. And I get that question a lot. Like, what in my chart, what should I be doing for a career? And it's like, even if I tell you, your mind is still going to want more because that is the nature of the mind. See, the thing about choosing a career is choose a career, find something that you're good at, okay? Find something that people need, and then find something that also makes you money, like people will pay for it. And with those three things, like if you could do something that has those three things, even if you're making just enough money to get by, you're probably going to be happier than the majority of people that are doing something that somebody needs and somebody will pay for, but they're not any good at and they don't like it. That was the fourth circle. You got to enjoy the thing. If you like the thing, if you're good at it, if it makes money, and if people need it, if you have those four things in a career, it's like, it's not really about your human design. It's how you're acting out your career. Like there's no such thing as a generator job. I could do a generator job. I would just do it like a reflector, if that makes sense. Totally off topic here. So who's going to give themselves the nice day off from their career? Because one of the things about transits is that when there is heavy energy in the solar plexus or in the G center, like there is right now, one of the things that I experience is like a wanting to step away from those areas. Like during emotional wave stuff, like I don't really want to be processing a lot of emotion. So I do a lot of sensory design, solar plexus workouts so that I don't necessarily have to process a lot of the emotion that's in the field. Apparently in G center days, I like to give myself the day off so that I can like spend time with my family. Essentially, my whole concept of love and direction and identity is based around being able to spend time with my family. That's like the number one thing in my career right now that I'm trying to build, or that I'm building. No try. I'm building is freedom to be able to spend time with my daughter when she really wants to spend time with me, because some days she really wants to spend with me. Other days she doesn't really give a damn. And I'm learning how I can't plan for that. But if I can practice something that eventually becomes permanent in terms of flexibility of when I work, like I'm just going to do a bunch of work tonight and I'm going to love it because I didn't have energy earlier to do work anyway. I had a lot of energy to play with my daughter. Anyway, this is a 3-minute full stream of consciousness post. I like these ones. Anyway, back to my initial question, and hopefully something, as I said, helped you out. Are you looking to me as a reflector to give you permission to do things that are out of the ordinary? Serious question. Not that it's bad or that it's a good thing. I'm just genuinely curious because I've never seen myself as someone who's like, hey, do what I do. Because what I do, I feel like is so unique. However, there are some things like this whole concept of like giving yourself the day off or giving yourself a day off when we go from like 3 back-to-back emotional wave transits to a G center transit. And I'm not doing this, and I guess maybe I'm doing this. Maybe this is why I'm doing it. It's because so much of that emotional energy that's been processed, before I just funnel it right into my G center, I wanted to give myself an opportunity to funnel it into my family before I funneled it right into the career. I had this thought today about mom brain versus dad brain, and how the mom brain brain stops working, but the dad's brain never stops working. And as much as I was like enjoying my family today, there was still that part of my brain that was not turning off in terms of this needs to get done, this needs to get done. Now I do have a decent system. I have lists, so I just like add it to my list, and then when it is time to work, all of the things that I need to work on are there. But anyway, back to my original question for the 16th time. As a reflector, and me being someone that you follow online, when I say things, I'm curious, how does it impact you? How do you receive it? Is it like, oh, Marco's doing this, let me do this too? Or, oh, Marco's doing this, isn't that interesting? What is it that I want to do? Because my preference is that you don't just do what I do because I do it, that you consider what I do, and then consider your own circuitry and your own strategy and authority. That's all. Thanks for listening.